Hi, my name's Kristen Boddy and I'm an IELTS teacher at Viva College in Brisbane. Today in Spotlight on IELTS, I want to talk to you about the IELTS Speaking Test Part 2. We've talked a little bit about the format of this part of the test already. So today I'd actually like to give you a demonstration of how you can answer this kind of question. So the examiner will always give you very clear instructions before you start this part of the test. They will explain to you that you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on your own and that you have 1 minute to plan your answer, that you're able to make some notes on the pencil and paper that have been provided for you. So this is the question that I'll be answering today. Describe your idea of a perfect job. You should say where the job would be, where you would work, what the working hours would be, and explain why this would be ideal. So to begin with, I'm going to time myself. I'll give myself 1 minute and I'll show you how I would plan my answer if I were you. So 1 minute, begin. I would make my notes in a little table like this. Where the job would be, I've decided that that question is asking me about location. So I would say Brisbane. Where you would work, I've interpreted that question as being about the name of the company. So I would say Viva College. What the working hours would be, so I'm going to say that I want to work from 8 till 5. And explain why this would be ideal. So in this part of the question, usually they're looking for adjectives. I might say fulfilling, I might say exciting, engaging. And there we are, exactly 1 minute. So at the end of my planning time, the instructor or the examiner will actually interrupt me and tell me that it is now my time to talk. They will also tell me that I don't need to worry about the time limit because they will interrupt me when it's time to finish, so I can speak freely. At the end of my 2 minutes, they will then ask me 1 to 2 follow-up questions. So I'm going to start the timer again and I will speak for 2 minutes. I'd like to talk to you today about my ideal job. And because I live in Brisbane at the moment, I think that my ideal job would be based here in Brisbane. I love this city, and to be honest, I have no desire to relocate my family to another part of the world. The weather here is perfect, so I'd like to find a perfect job here in Brisbane. As for where I'd like to work, I think that I'd like to work at a college which is called Viva College. This college has an amazing reputation for delivering excellent courses for its students, and I've heard that the working environment is wonderful. So if I could work as an English teacher in any college in Brisbane, Viva College would be my choice. The working hours are something that are really important for me because I have a little son who's almost 2 years old, and at the moment work-life balance is something that I'd like to make a priority. So if I were to get a job working at Viva College in Brisbane, I'd like to make sure that I only had to work from 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. in the evening. If I had to work overtime, I'd need to tell my boss that this is something that I'd only like to do on occasion because being at home with my son in the evenings is a priority. The reason that this kind of job would be ideal for me is that actually working with international students from all over the world is something that I find incredibly exciting and engaging. It's something that has been a goal of mine for many, many years now, ever since I did my training back in 2004, and it's something that I think would be fulfilling for me and would give me an opportunity to extend my skills. So I have a real anticipation about this kind of job, and I think that there's nothing else that I would find better to do in my life. 2 minutes. So, I know that it's easy for me because I'm a teacher and I'm a fluent native speaker of English. However, I just wanted to give you an idea about the planning for your answer and the fact that you don't have to use incredibly difficult vocabulary. You can be really genuine and sincere and describe something that has true meaning for your life. So let's quickly summarize what we've talked about. When we're addressing this, the examiner will give you very clear instructions, so you don't have to worry. If you've forgotten what you need to do, they'll tell you beforehand. You will have 1 minute to prepare, and when you're doing this, I do recommend that you make very simple notes. Don't write sentences, just write words that are going to help you remember what it is that you want to say. When the examiner tells you to start speaking, you don't need to worry about the time limit because they will interrupt you after you've spoken for 2 minutes, and then they will ask you 1 to 2 follow-up questions. My name's Kristen Boddy. I'm an IELTS teacher at Viva College in Brisbane. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I hope that you'll join us again next time for Spotlight on IELTS. Bye for now.